Aye, so just another quick update video. Something I was just thinking about there. It's about the sort of the psychology of creating like a personal brand, or more so why I think everyone should build a personal brand. I mean, I, I'm one to talk. I'm trying to build a personal brand, but I've got like pretty much no subscribers or no TikTok followers or anything like that. I mean, I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. I'm more trying to be like, I'm not trying to be a TikToker either, but I'm trying to gain a wee bit of a following on TikTok by posting content on like sort of web design and sort of making money online and things like that. So I was just wanting to talk a wee bit about sort of the struggles of building a personal brand and why it is important to build a personal brand. Because if you try and put yourself in the shoes of like some sort of business owner who is going to be going for a service. It could be a business owner that needs like a video ad created, or like they need someone to come and shoot a video on their site or something like that. Or it could be someone making a website, or sort of like lead generation or marketing and things like that. I think it's a lot more likely that they'll be interested in in a person, rather than like someone who's like, I mean, I know people do this as well, but I think they'll be more interested in a person rather than interested in someone who's like behind a logo or something like that. Because really it just makes you look like some big agency or something like that. And not that agencies are like a bad thing, but I just feel like most people probably think, they believe they'll probably get ripped off from some weird looking agency company sort of thing than they would off some random guy that they see talking to a camera and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Some guy or girl talking to a camera and sort of positioning themselves as an expert in their field. You know what I mean? So it's obviously something that's quite difficult to do as well though, because how many videos get posted on TikTok, or like how many things get written on like Twitter or X now, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to like get your point across and make sure that people are seeing it. You know what I mean? Because the amount of things that you could spend a lot of time into, put a lot of time into, and it's like gets like 3 views or something. You know what I mean? But I don't really mind if these videos get like no views, because I think these are more like just me getting things off my chest and just sort of keeping a record of like what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So so it was just a wee quick bit about personal brand, things like that, because I've been trying it recently. I've started it, but I've only maybe posted about sort of maybe 3 videos on TikTok. It's all on like sort of web design and sort of things like that. I do a wee bit on like sort of the psychology of a side hustle, if that makes sense. Like sort of the best ways to manage your time and things like that, or the psychology of making the leap. So making the leap as in could be quitting your job, or like finally starting that idea that you've been thinking about for ages. Like, so it could be like you've thought about this sort of business idea in this sort of weird niche and you really think it would work, but you're either scared to start or you're like way too comfortable in whatever job you're in. So I'll post a wee bit about that as well. So I mean, if anybody's watching that and they're interested, I'll probably put it in the description, or I'll have it on my channel somewhere. But it was just a wee bit about personal brand and things like that. I think, I don't know if I'm wrong here, but I feel like I'll probably find it even more difficult than like someone who's like English or like American and stuff like that, because as a Scottish person, I don't like watching people who are Scottish talking on a camera and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like it might be the same for me, but I mean, nah, I'm probably wrong with that, because I think about the people that I've watched, and it could be people that are like, I don't know, like people who are like really awkward on camera. Like, I'm pretty awkward on camera and stuff, but what I'm saying is you don't really need to like the person that much or think they sound nice or anything like that. See, as long as they're giving you a lot of value, then people will probably subscribe and like your content and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And like bookmark it so they can use it later. Like I just posted a TikTok there on what was it on again? It was on like the three best tools for like web design. I think I called it like 3 tools that people might not know about or something like that. So I was talking about like sort of this tool that's like you can create like 3D sort of web experiences. And then there was another one called Coolors, which is like to create like a colour palette. So you could either like generate a random colour palette or like upload an image and it will take the colours out of that image and use that. So it's good for like, for myself in the future, hopefully I'm going to be doing like sort of the branding for businesses. So a business will come in and they've not got like their own logo and they don't know what colour schemes they're going to use and stuff like that. So it's a good tool for stuff like that. But I don't know why I'm talking about stuff technical on this. Nobody's watching anyway, but nobody really cares that much. But I think with the personal brand thing, even if you got to like, I don't know, like even like a few thousand, I mean like even between 3 and sort of 5,000, like that's still quite a lot of people, and you're probably going to get your point across quite well to people. And I don't think it really matters much about the sort of audience they have. Obviously the larger the better probably for the most part, but there's a content creator that I watch and she does the same thing as me. That's where I'm getting most of my sort of inspiration to do this from. But she only has like 40,000 or something like that, and she says that she gets most of her clients now from like inbound messaging her. I mean, obviously 45,000 still, or 40,000, whatever it is still quite a lot of people, but you know what I mean? Some people might think to build a personal brand you might need like 3 million subscribers. Sorry, excuse me. Some people might think like to get to that point you probably need like millions and millions of followers and subscribers, but I don't really think that's the case, because let's be honest, the thing that you're doing, if it is even something as broad as web design, it's still a kind of niche sort of thing. Like there's only going to be a certain amount of people that are looking for a website or something like that at one time. So anyway, I think it's definitely the right route that I'm going down. I've done a video recently on sort of cold outreach against what I'm trying to do now is warm outreach. So I think this is definitely the right route to go down, because the cold outreach stuff, I don't even know if it people will always make videos on cold outreach and stuff like that, but you don't really see that many videos on warm outreach, which is this thing that I'm doing. And I don't think it's because not many people know about it. I just think it's because it might be the one that actually works, because let's be honest, most of these YouTubers and stuff like that, they're teaching people like SMMA and stuff like that, but if you actually look at it, most of them actually don't do SMMA anymore. They do like content creation and things like that, you know what I mean? So I don't know what point I'm trying to make with that, but basically what I'm trying to say is like I don't know, whatever they force feed you isn't exactly, or isn't always the thing that's going to be working. So anyway, I've been yapping too much, so aye. I don't know how to close out this video, so I mean, right, I'll just see you in the next video.